Okay, it's 6 in the morning. Oh, excuse me, it's 6:29 in the morning, and I just got done with my fasted cardio. I have to say, you know, getting these early morning workouts in are definitely a challenge. It's one of those things where when you're kind of burning the wick at both ends, this isn't normal for me to do 500 calories in the morning and 500 calories in the evening of cardio, but just trying to squeeze in that extra bit of calorie burn to get the physique as tight and as granular as possible. It's one of those things that, you know, regardless of how much it's actually going to change my physique, and it will, it's more the mental aspect of knowing that I'm doing everything that I can, not just on diet, not just meal prep and everything like that, but getting the extra effort in to ensure that I'm doing my part to make sure that I'm bringing the best I can to the stage. But yeah, I got there this morning early, and today was one of those days where it felt like my legs were made out of cement when I got there. But you know, your mind's kind of telling you to go back to sleep, and your body's telling you to rest. Nothing hurts. It's all just you know, a mental hang up. Your body trying to find its comfort zone, and that's where you either look past it and push through it, or you give in and you rest. And ultimately, the days that you do that, most of the time you're going to sit there and think to yourself, damn it, why didn't I just go? I feel fine. It was just my brain trying to find a comfort zone. So today was one of those mental days. Got through it, got my intervals in, so level 13, level 6, and crushed it. By the time I got to 200 calories, I'll be honest, I felt fine. Mental clarity was there, body fatigue had gone away, legs did not feel heavy, and I was just ripping through it. So I was roughly on the Stairmaster for 33 minutes, 500 calories, no big deal, all is well. So for all you out there struggling with those morning routines and find yourself more often than not making the decision to sleep in or push it to later and procrastinate a bit, this is your sign to push through it, because I promise once you get on it, and once you start, you'll feel so much better, and you'll be very happy that you got it done, because now you get to start your day knowing that you're 500 calories of cardio down. Maybe you run out of time later in the day, you got 500 calories in, which is a staple and a standard. So I hope this helps somebody out there. I hope that somebody watching this, you know, here's what I'm saying about that feeling where your legs just feel like cement and your brain's telling you to go to sleep, and what happens if you push through that. And, you know, success lies right on the other side of the things you don't want to do. It lies in the discomfort. And once you get comfortable being uncomfortable, magic happens. It truly does. My body composition has been dramatically different over the years, and I've been heavier set, out of shape, uncomfortable with my own body, not happy with the way I look, to completely shredded at super low body fat percentage. And, you know, either ends of the extreme, you don't necessarily feel the best. It's always that in between. You're sitting at around 10% body fat, your physique looks great still, you're filled out, and you're satiated is optimal in my opinion. But being able to look back at yourself, whether it was being overweight, gives you that why and that reason why, that selfish reason why, not just like, you know, I'm doing this because I want to be the best version of myself, to be the best father I can, the best leader, the best provider, to be in God's image and to be fit. But really it's that selfish driver. You're like, I'm never going to let myself get there again. And when you get to that really lean part of your body, that's where, when you're pushing towards your goal and you're, you know, wondering if you can get that lean, you've been there and you know, like, yeah, I can get there. It's a grind and it's a struggle, and more than anything, more than physical, it's a mental game. So this prep has been a lot easier, I would say, than the first prep, in a sense that I just understand what I'm getting myself into. I understand that all the work isn't for nothing, and that once you really start to deplete on the last couple weeks, especially the last week, and you're, you know, a little bit more dehydrated, you don't have as much water in your system, you definitely don't have as many carbs, you really shrink down and get that granular physique, and then you'll carb load to fill your muscles back out, and everything just looks really good. So really looking forward to getting back into that that last couple weeks thing. It's just definitely not like the most happy person you could be, I would say. But I think going into it this time, I have a better understanding and awareness of that aspect. So I'll push through that and just honestly enjoy the journey in the process, because it is a true example and display of the efforts that you put in, you know, good or bad. You know, if I don't come to stage with the best possible package, I'll know exactly what steps I missed. And, you know, one thing I've gotten good at over the years is taking accountability. So if I don't get there, I'll know exactly why. It's not because my coach, you know, I hear a lot of guys say like, oh man, I need to get a different coach. I just don't think this guy's, you know, giving me his best. And I'm very much the kind of person that pays attention to other people, what they say, and I listen. So when a week ago I heard that person say that they had In-N-Out, that they went to sushi, that, you know, they're falling off of their meal plan, and I see their schedule and I see them at the gym regularly and they're not hitting their regular cues and they're finding excuses and reasons why not to go, whether it's, you know, extra hours at work, whether it's, you know, they got finals, whether it's they got, you know, family time. There's always going to be an excuse, and not to say that their excuses aren't valid. I'd say the only thing I would look at and work on is like, where are you spending your free time? Because there's nobody that's spending 24 hours a day sleeping and working. I mean, an oil rig guy, you know, an offshoreman, yeah, but like a typical tradesman, you're gonna be able to find time. It's just, one, it's tough to admit that when you're working, you know, let's say you're working 65 hours a week. It's really hard for somebody to admit that. I've been there. And you want to get defensible because you know you're putting in an extra 25 hours more than most of your peers, if not more. And if you're blue collar especially, like it's not that white collar or blue collar are less demanding in the sense of time, but blue collar, if you're digging a hole, it's just physically demanding. So the mental aspect's there because you're working, and you're, you know, whether it's white collar or blue collar, but when you get that physical demand mixed in, it really changes things. So kudos to all you blue collar out there that are still making your way into the gym. One person in specific, Chris Tith, and Daniel Chan, actually, those two, physically push it at work. You know, they both work for me. They're both part of my team, and proud to say that, you know, they're a huge asset to my business. As everyone, you know, every single person that works for me just busts their butt. But those two specifically find their way into the gym regularly and find their way to every job site, heads down, just working their tails off. And both of them are fathers, and both of them are married, and that's nothing to scoff at. These guys have good lives at home. These guys have good lives at work. They're a sterling example to their children, and it's something that I want for all men, you know, or women, you know. So anyways, for what it's worth, you guys, got my morning cardio in. I feel extremely happy about that. I couldn't be happier to be able to have the opportunity physically and both financially to be able to do these things. And the hard work for my younger years is definitely paying off. So some people want a sports car, some people want this, that, or the other. You know, I'm happy to be comfortable financially and comfortable physically. And it took a lot of effort to get here, and it's 100% worth it. So got my meal preps done last night. Henry helped me till about 10:45, got in bed by 11, woke up at 5, showered and got my everything prepared and got to the gym. So now off to take a shower. It's 6:37, so I better get inside and get there so I can, you know, be with the team while we're doing truck inspection and truck wash, because that's our Monday. All right, you guys, love y'all. Don't forget to say thank you to somebody. Be a good human being. Hold the door open for somebody. Take your dog on a walk. Take your cat on the walk. And best of all, just be grateful. All right, you guys. Bye.